When I started stashing away my nearly empty candle jars, I had good intentions of repurposing the jars for storage or decor purposes, but before I realized it, I had so many candle jars. Apparently I buy too many Bath & Body Works candles. There's always those few millimeters of unusable wax at the bottom, and I want to combine it together to form a new candle. In this video, I'll show you how my husband and I turned 30 spent candle jars into 4 fresh candle jars. The yield will depend on how much wax was left in each jar, so your mileage may vary. Before we begin, just a quick disclaimer. Try this technique at your own risk. Always take care when handling hot wax. First, bring a pot of water barely to a boil, then lower the heat to low to reduce to a simmer. The water should be deep enough to be higher than the wax area of your jar, but not so deep that the jars are totally submerged. Carefully place one jar into the simmering water. If possible, it's great if the jars can float a little instead of sitting directly on the bottom. The wick clips will become loose, and you can simply pick them out with long tweezers. Set them aside. If the wicks were glued down, pick out the glue as well and set it aside too. Now you have a jar that you can refill. Let's put in the wicks. You can buy wicks pre-assembled or wicks that slide into clips. If assembling, cut the wick to length and then use pliers to clamp the wick into the clip. If you're already using pre-assembled ones, just cut to the right height. We use skewer sticks as a placement guide for the new wicks. Cross the skewers into a triangular formation like this, and use tape to secure the wicks to each other and to the jar. Place the wicks into the candle so the clips are resting along the bottom, and drape the wicks over the skewers. The goal will be to pour the hot wax into the center. This whole process is a bit finicky, but it works. So the next step is to melt the other candles. Carefully place the jar in the simmering water, then tweeze out the wick clips with the long tweezers. Carefully pour the wax into the next jar by using 2 pairs of tongs. With one pair, grip one side of the jar by the lip, inside and out, and with the second, grip around the outside of the jar. Remove the jar from the simmering water and slowly pour the liquid wax into your refill jar. Be extremely careful. Repeat this process until your jar is nearly filled. You can basically design your own scent using this process. I sorted all my candles into categories by scent palette, so all my fruity scents together, then my floral scents, and then masculine scents, and that way they would mix together well. Be sure to leave a gap at the top to give room for your wick. Let the candle cool at room temperature. Now don't be tempted to put it in the fridge or freezer to quicken the process because there's a big risk of your glass cracking. I was pretty impressed that the leftover wax from my 30 candles translated into 4 full-size candles. Additionally, our house smelled amazing during the process of making these. I hope that this video inspires you to make use of your leftover candle wax. To help support this channel, please like this video and subscribe for more crafty videos. Thanks for watching and see you next time. This is Craftcore signing off.
I tried to be a bird.